Hi there. Ready for some love inspiration? Come join me and I give you an idea on how to use the new Mini Delight painted poses in your next memory keeping layout. So see you in a bit. Hi there, and welcome to a new episode of Inspired by a Card with Nathalie. Today we're going to be working with the new Mini Delights painted poses to create a new memory keeping layout. And the inspiration comes from Melinda Stearns, and I love this card, and I thought it was perfect to create something all about love. So my inspiration is all about pet love. And if you guys know me, then you guys know that I have a baby, aka my dog. So we're gonna start by actually creating our florals for this, and I am using my stamp wheel and the dried petals fresh dye inks to create my florals. So I'm just gonna take advantage of the stamp wheel and create quite a few of them, and just go through the steps that are in the pamphlet. So you have 4 different pieces that make up this floral, and you're gonna see it right now. It's super simple to layer them, and using the stamp wheel just makes it really easy to just have all of them done in no time. So I'm gonna take my time, I created 8 florals in total. I'll end up using like around 4 or 5, but it's always good to have. So once I have them ready, I'm actually gonna stamp the center, because you can stamp the center using citronella fresh dye ink. So once I have all my flowers stamped, I set them on the side, let them dry. I'm gonna use the die set to cut them out, and I'm actually going to use also gradient cardstock to cut the leaves. The leaves are not stamped, they're actually just die cuts that they come with a specific die. So once I set that aside, I'm going to work on the background for my page. And what I love about Melinda's card is the fact that she used the zero waste hearts Aplenty to actually create like a texture background. So I'm going to do the same, but remember that I'm creating a 6.5, well, this is a 7 by 8.5 layout. That's the size of my album. So I'm actually going to have to do a double cut. What I mean by that is I'm going to cut the hearts Aplenty twice, one at the top. The beauty of this is it doesn't have an ending edge, so you can do like repetitive cutting. And then I'm going to repeat it right below it, so I have a center line of hearts, die cut hearts, right in the middle of my page. Now what you don't see in the camera is I just flip to the back of the page. I'm very careful not to pop the hearts, and I just glue a piece of copy paper right behind it, just to keep the hearts in place. I don't want to separate them, I want to keep them there. I just want to add the texture. Now another thing that she added on her card is that she used double frames to kind of bring everything the focal point. I'm going to use the same. I'm using the picture frame die set, and I'm going to cut each one of the frames twice out of white cardstock, and then you're gonna see that I'm gonna glue them together. I'm gonna stack them together. I just want to make them a little bit sturdier. I want to add a little bit of dimension to my layout. So I'm just gonna take my time, like I said, glue them. I'm gonna say stack them together. Once I have them like that, then it's about building my layout. And you see I have a column of hearts. There's a lot of texture there, but I'm keeping it as is in the card, super white, because I want the flowers to be the focal, impactful thing on this layout. So once I have my frames, I'm going to actually center them right in the middle of my page. So you're going to see that I'm actually going to bring my ruler, because I want to make sure that, they go nice and straight on my page. And I'm going to glue them straight onto my layout. I don't want to add texture here, because I know that once I add the picture, it's going to be popping a little bit off the page. So my idea too is I'm going to move a little bit off the card a bit. If you see her card, she actually used a sentiment, the hello sentiment in black, right on the center of the card. Remember, I'm working with a layout, so it's a little bit different. I have a picture to be the focal point here, and that's why I'm choosing to transform my picture to black and white, so it kind of brings the black that she has on her layout. One thing. Second thing is I'm following the little the same idea that she had with the double frame, but I'm actually going to put my picture off the frame, so it's going to be a little bit off. It's not going to be right on the center, and I'm doing that because I want the Posies to actually stand out, and I want all the white, all those different textures to actually pop nicely on the page. So I am going to follow a little bit of the idea that she had of kind of creating a cap or a corner with the florals. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to extend it a little bit more, just because I have, like, first of all, a larger area, and I want to create the idea of the florals kind of framing my picture. So you're going to see that I'm going to place my Mini Delights painted Posies kind of right at the top right corner of the frames, and then also at the bottom left corner of them, and kind of creating an L shape. What this is going to do is literally going to create a frame for my layout, or for the picture in this case. And you're gonna see that I'm just gluing everything straight onto my page. I am not adding dimension. I don't want that. It's an album page. In this case, I didn't want to add that. I think that because I have a lot of white on the background, the flowers and the picture are gonna pop in its own. So once I have that, you're gonna see that I'm gonna go ahead and add my picture. It's not on the center of the frame. It's actually a little bit off to the side. And what this is doing is just showing off that top cluster a little bit more, and also the bottom one. Now, one thing that I did love that Melinda did is that she actually used the little tiny hearts from the Zero Waste Hearts Aplenty die set to actually create part of her title. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use one of the little hearts. I'm going to use the stamp set from the painted Posies Mini Delight set. There's a little sentiment that says love, and if it's right in the center of the heart, so I'm going to stamp it with black Obsidian ink. I also die cut the word you that comes in the die set from the Mini Delight painted Posies. I cut the word you out of rose gold brush metallic cardstock 3 times because I want to make sure that I stack them, give them some dimension. And I also cut one label using the frames and labels 2 set because I want to use that to add my lines of journal. I'll do that outside of the camera later on. So you see, I stamp my word now, and I stamped it once, but I'm going to stack 3 of the hearts just to give them that texture. And this is going to be my title, and I'm not going to put it right at the center. I'm actually going to put it in that little corner at the bottom left corner of my photo. So I'm putting the little heart that says love a little bit askew, and then the word you there. So I wanted to be to pop and be different, but I don't want it to be the focus of the layout. I want this all to be into the florals and the picture, and that's what is popping right now on the layout. So you're gonna see I put my label at the bottom. I bring a few extra of the Zero Waste Hearts Aplenty die cuts and negative pieces. I'm gonna use them at the bottom just to bring more of that love inspiration, and then I'm bringing some of the new gem sparkles. I love them. I'm using some of the crystal clear and the iridescent just to bring a little bit of the shine onto my layout. There's already kind of everything is matte, so a little bit of zhuzhing is actually good here. Once I have that, like I said, I am gonna add my lines of journal. I set up the camera in that little label that I have at the bottom. But I love how this turned out. I love the inspiration. Thank you so much. And I thought that was a great idea, not just for a layout, but also to create another crafting project. And I hope you enjoy it. As always, you can check more details of this in the blog. And, I hope that you had fun with all the inspiration coming your way. If you have any questions or any concerns on how this came together, do not hesitate to leave me a comment, and I would love to help you. Also, check the blog for more details. And always don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more beautiful content. And thank you so much for joining me today. See you soon, guys.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.